How's it going, guys? Today I want to talk about and give my thoughts on, I felt like I was doing like a McConaughey thing. I'm sure I did not sound like him. I fancy myself be able to do a good impression of him, but I can't. I can only do that one line from Dazed and Confused. And I feel like a lot of people haven't seen that movie nowadays. God, it is a good movie, though. I can't relate to it at all. I was born in 95, but I watched it with my dad, and he's like, that's what it was like. I'm like, sure. Wow, that's a tangent. Anyways, I want to talk about not Matthew McConaughey nor the 70s as a young teenager, but kind of Halloween, but not really Halloween. I want to talk about horror. And here's the thing. I love the idea of horror. I don't think I actually like it, though. I think the only thing I like about it is like horror-themed music. One of my more favorite bands is the Misfits. I honestly, and this is a thing that you don't get from a lot of things, is I like the Glenn Danzig era. I like the Michael Graves, and you know what? I can enjoy a lot of stuff on Devil's Reign, which is just Jerry only arse, and then Chupacabra, maybe. Or is that the drummer from Blitzkid? I don't know. But I like horror punk. But I also like Typo Negative, and they got some stuff like that. And I might actually enjoy some other stuff that are kind of just these horror-inspired stuff. Kind of scary and inspired things. If you guys are curious, if you like the Misfits, you might also want to try out some other bands. For one, a very popular one is AFI, inspired by the Misfits. So is Metallica and Pandera, but there's that. I've not heard of either of those, which is unlikely. But lesser known one's Blitzkid. They're not a band anymore. There's Doyle. It's got the guitarist from the Misfits in it. There's still the Misfits. I like their stuff. Maybe you didn't know they were still a thing. There's also the Rosedales. Oh, God. They are some of the best vocals in that because you've got true harmonizing. Like, you can tell that these guys can actually all really sing. It's really good. You've got, there's an album, Dr. Chud's X-Ward. He was the drummer for the Misfits for a time. Now he's the drummer for Doyle. That's good. I don't like Doyle, by the way. I don't. Not as a person. I don't like the band very much. I don't know. It's too heavy. Michael Graves is still doing stuff. I like his not punk stuff. The early stuff was good, but now I don't like it. Anyways, out of the music, which is one of the only things I like. Edgar Allan Poe. I don't like his stuff. I do. Here's the thing. Read 3 selections of Poe's work. Any 3. You don't need to read any more. You've done it. That is it. Not because there's 3 different types. It's just I feel like that's plenty. All of Edgar Allan Poe is the same. It doesn't matter. It's all. Here's the thing. Someone goes crazy, dies, or someone goes crazy, kills someone. That's how it is. Crazy, death, over. Right? I've read. Let's see. What do I know? I know Telltale Heart, Pit and the Pendulum, Raven. Fall of the House of Usher. I'm forgetting things. Oh shit! What was it? There's another famous one I can't think about. Cask of Amontillado. So that's 5. And I don't know if I've done. Is it for Whom the Bells Toll? Maybe. I think. I don't know if I've read that one. My dad used to have a big book of all Poe's work, or I think most of his work at least. But my sister has it now, which is good because she can, appreciate it more than I could possibly. So there's really no point about that. So she's actually probably the best person to have that because I think she appreciates it the most, not just me. I didn't mean to just say me. But that's how I feel. But if it wasn't for Poe, there would never be horror. So if you like scary things, you kind of owe it to yourself to read some Poe. Because they're good. I do think that he was a good author. And he does have a good sense of a feeling of fear. But that being said, I don't like reading Poe. And also, I don't like watching scary movies or playing scary games because I don't like getting scared. For example, if I watch a movie that has a lot of jump scares, that's really it. I don't like being scared, and so I'm anticipating it. and then either it doesn't scare me because I'm expecting it to happen every second. So when it does happen, often I don't get scared by it because I saw it coming because I was prepping myself to see it. And then and you can usually kind of call what's going to happen. It's usually just they turn around, boom, face, or turn a corner, boom, face, or boom, background face. A lot of face stuff. Faces are scary, but I really find that either it doesn't scare me and I'm disappointed, or it does and I'm embarrassed because I don't like going, oh God, I don't like screaming. Another thing, I don't like playing scary games for the same reason. Another thing is that I have an active imagination. Always have. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm afraid of the dark in the sense that the way that like a child is afraid of the dark. I just don't like it. I don't like not being able to see. I fear the idea of becoming blind, and I have terrible vision as it is. I'm nearsighted, and it's like 20/90. It's really bad, but not as bad as being blind. I couldn't imagine that. I definitely couldn't imagine losing my sight. But if there's any blind people there, wow, good job. You are a braver soul than I am, because really I cry constantly because we did this exercise in a psychology class I took in high school, where she had us with a group with another person. One person would walk blind with the other person leading them around. I closed my eyes, I walked 5 steps, I'm like, oh God, this is intense, because I was terrified. I was terrified of not being able to see where I am or where I'm going. I don't like the idea of not knowing, kind of like, I like the interesting of, I don't know what's going to happen today, but at the same time, I hate the idea of something happening that, like, I can't see it. Because that's the thing, I don't like that. Okay, so I don't like being scared. And beyond the active imagination, I got off of this. I got away from it. When I went into the whole thing about the dark. By the way, I don't sleep with a night light, but I also sleep with all my doors shut because for example, because once you adjust to, there's a little bit of light. It comes in from windows, and I have like a fire detector in my room. Or fire detector? Yeah, but same thing, I guess. Smoke detector. That's it, smoke detector. It's got like a little green light, and that eventually you adjust to that light. But if I left my door open, my door is straight up as soon as you come up our stairs. That is where my door is, and I don't leave that open because if I would look and lay on that side, I would see down into darkness, and it's a void, and that terrifies me, and I couldn't sleep because even if I rolled over, I'd feel like there's something in the darkness, and I don't know why. I guess that's kind of the point of being afraid of the dark, but I'm not like terrified of the dark in the same way, but I am very cautious of it. But another thing, I keep getting away from it. But the active imagination, because that's the thing, because I think it's, the idea of something being in the dark, and that just freaks me out because my mind runs with it and keeps thinking of it, because I can talk about something, as you guys can see, I'm long-winded. I think that way too. So if I see something like a good horror movie that it's not a lot of jump scares, but it's this feeling, it really plants the seed of fear in your mind, that will fuck with me for a month. I can't do it. For example, if I had watched Nightmare on Elm Street as a child, when I was a young child, because when I was like 5 and under, I loved scary things. My parents, one is probably not great parenting, but they let me watch Scream. That was my favorite movie. I'm not even kidding. I actually loved it because I loved getting scared. Jump scares were hilarious to me. It's scream, laugh. And that is great. That's the type of person that likes scary movies. I do not, because I do not like being scared. And the best ones are the ones that leave that fear in you. And when one does that, everyone's like, that's a good movie. It's not just, I wasn't screaming in the theaters, but I was shaking under my covers. I went and saw, with a friend, which we were 2 dudes going to see, I don't know why I said dudes, I hate that word, but we were 2 guys going to see a scary movie together. kind of funny. Didn't even think about it until I ran into a friend of mine who was on a date with his girlfriend. I'm thinking, now I kind of feel a little awkward that like I'm going to see this movie with one of my mates. But whatever, we watched the movie. It was what was it called? Oh God, I forgot the name of it. So I want to say The Conjuring, but it definitely wasn't The Conjuring. It was and then I also want to say I can't think. It's the one where the demon is in like the photos or in the videos and stuff that the guy's watching. I would be able to come up with the name of it, but I just can't right now. So if you guys know, please leave it in the comments if I don't put in the video, which I probably won't because I'm lazy. But that for whatever reason, I came out of that going, man, that wasn't good, because my dad was telling me about this review that he saw of it. That the person was saying that was actually one of the scariest movies she's seen in a long time. That wasn't very scary. That movie is actually very tame and not scary. But the next, not that night for him, but the next night, I'm like, holy shit, I'm seeing his face, because he has it's white, like the face is very white, and so you can see it really well, and it's freaky. That's one reason, by the way, why Slender Man's scary, because this huge contrast. There's nothing but darkness, but his white head or face, or not face, his white not face shows up, and it's scary because it comes at you, it pops out, and it makes it just a little scarier. It adds to the popping effect. But even though that movie wasn't scary, and also because Bagul is actually dead, the demon that is actually Bagul, where the story of Bagul, which is really funny because they made him kind of seem like a strong demon in the movie, but in the actual story of him, is he Belgian maybe? I can't remember. Babylonian, I don't know. Some type of demon. He was eating. He was eating children. He was eating teenage girls because he would have them send him girls, or he would terrorize the village and he'd eat them. And so they sent a demon hunter, and this is what happened. The demon hunter goes, "I'll go kill him." Goes into the forest. Bagul sees him. He's like, "I'm going to kill you." And Bagul's like, "No, I'm going to kill you." Picks up a tree and then throws it at him. The demon hunter then grabs it and throws the tree back at Bagul and crushes his head. Bagul's dead. And it's not just the idea. I'm sure this, like, the long version of that story is better. That's the abridged version. But wow, that's kind of that's how it took. It's like he comes back. How'd you kill him? I crushed him. Oh, let you trick him? No, I saw it coming. Threw a tree at me. Grabbed it like a baseball. Threw it back. Didn't catch it. That's it. So after reading that, it's like, wow, it's like the idea of that demon's not even cool, because because it was based off a real demon that actually kind of intrigued a friend and I. Or when I say real demon, like an actual demon that was believed to exist, or in folklore is what I mean. That's what I try to say. But this particular demon, after reading that, left a bad taste in the idea that, demons are pussies. they're not very cool. No wonder Gabriel can kill them so easy. He doesn't take much. It does be able to catch a flying tree out of the air. I should say that. I can't. I might be able to do that. I don't know. I've never had a tree thrown at me. I will not try it, but I will tell you guys on the next video I make. That's after this, if I remember that I did do that and I could catch it. And you'll have to believe me because it's on the internet, so that makes it true. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, if you have any ideas for something you want me to talk about, please leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.